Okay, and we are back. This is your poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty
Been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed
gamer.
to do. Your hands only.
Yeah, what is it?
Let's see. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Just says items added. It doesn't say what was added. That was very helpful.
I don't even see
And I do believe something was added. I just don't know what it was.
Looks like the microphone isn't even very sensitive.
Warning to travelers.
So,
To whom it may concern, there have been some rumors of a former Blade living in a camp near Peak Shade
okay.
Tower. Recent reports
Can
have
that
also
even be heard?
told of Thalmor
looked like it would
Justicars slaughtered
be, but anyway,
on the road to Falkreath. Anyone traveling near the old tower should proceed with caution. Now, I don't know what he added,
because I haven't got it.
so I can't tell you what he added, of course. Could have been one of these books. It could have been anything. Hello, Seeker of Truth. If you're receiving this letter, it means the courier distributed my letters. Really? That's brilliant. If you are receiving this letter, it means the courier distributed my letters. Wow. So now we know we're hearing from a genius. You are part of a selected group that will get the truth. The real truth. Not the one that is controlled by the Thalmor and the nobles. I will provide information and make you realize that a lot of people are conspiring against us, against Skyrim, and our freedom. Here is the first newsletter from many. Here's the truth no one is telling you about the attack on Helgen. Don't be fooled by so-called official story about that dragon. No, my friend. It was no dragon at all. Dragons have been gone for so long. And that's if they even existed at all. Don't believe all the old tales about dragons ruling Skyrim. They are only old wives' tales to scare children. Think about it. Why would a dragon long thought extinct suddenly appear out of nowhere? And at Helgen of all places. At the same time that the leaders of the Thalmors, of the Empire, and of the Stormcloaks happen to be there? And they want us to believe that they all escaped, while most of the town folks perished. This is too unbelievable, and the lie about the dragon attack is so outrageous that the truth they are hiding must be even more outrageous. What if I told you that Elenwen, the leader of the Thalmor, General Tullius, the leader of the Empire, and Ulfric Stormcloak are all secretly working together? These supposed enemies are secretly working together for a nefarious purpose. And I discovered their goal. When was the last time a city was destroyed so quickly? I'll refresh your history if you can't tell. The last time was the imperial city of Kvatch, when the first Oblivion Gate opened and started the Oblivion Crisis. A group of followers of Mehrunes Dagon, called the Mythic Dawn, opened these gates. This is far more believable than some dragon straight out of the legends. The three leaders struck a deal with the terrible Daedric Lord Mehrunes Dagon to start again the Oblivion Crisis, so that they rule together over Tamriel in the name of their master, just like the Mythic Dawn tried 200 years ago. Mark my words. What happened in Helgen will repeat again in other cities of Skyrim. We have to be suspicious of every visitor. We must detain all those entering the city and have the guards interrogate them to make sure none of their member of their cult enter the city. Otherwise, your city might be the next Helgen. Ymir. So I was talking about the fact that I have a mod installed called Conspiracy of Skyrim. I'm pretty sure that came from it. Or at least that's what they want me to think.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
I can't reach her. I mean, I could go around the back, but what's his face is in the way as well.
Everything all right?
I'd like to ask you something.
And I'd like to answer.
I don't really want you to, but what brought you to Skyrim?
So many things. Culture, architecture, but most of all, the enormous Dwemer presence here. The technology the dwarves possessed all those years ago is miles beyond us, even today. The chance to study it in person. I just couldn't resist.
So you're saying you're a person and I'm not, right? Because I'm Khajiit? You're racist.
Let's get back to it.
Like I want to work with a racist.
Ugh, you scared me. For a second there I thought you were a hired thug.
No, just a regular one.
But you're not here to kill me, right? I mean, there's people out there who want just that.
Who is it that wants you dead?
I probably shouldn't say this, but it makes no difference now. It's Maven Blackbriar. Now you know why I'm so scared.
Why would the Blackbriars want to kill you?
I used to live in Riften and do odd jobs around town. One day I decided to ask Maven's daughter if she needs any help. It turns out she's an alchemist and needs someone to fetch her ingredients. Only the things she asked me to retrieve aren't worth the trouble. Giant's toes, Daedric hearts. How in Oblivion am I going to get those?
Why not just decline the Blackbriar girl's request?
That's the problem. I'm the one who would ask her if she needed help. It's not just Ingen either. I have a habit of trying to please everyone. And doing all this work was driving me mad.
So what'd you do to free yourself? As if I actually care.
I came up with this idea. I couldn't stop asking people for work. But what if they stopped accepting my requests? If I could burn that bridge, ruin it in such a way that Ingen would hate me forever, then I'd never feel tempted to ask her if she needed help.
It's genius. Absolutely genius.
I thought so at the time, but I neglected to remember whose bridge I was burning, or more precisely, whose daughter I was annoying.
What'd you do to burn that bridge?
I wrote her a letter, but it still wasn't nasty enough. Then I met this really angry guy, Puck, in Windhelm. I just scribbled down everything he said. All I had to do was change the name.
What happened to the letter?
Gave it to a courier about a day ago. It wasn't until she left that I realized my mistake. I've been on pins and needles ever since.
Call upon me if I can be of any service.
What if I track down this courier for you?
Really? But what are you going to do? Once a letter's been handed to a courier, you can't take it back.
I'll figure something out.
Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to try. She was headed east, so she likely passed through Helgen. A lot of travelers stop by Iverstead before going to Riften. Maybe you can head her off there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, she's got blonde hair and blue eyes. I know that could describe anyone, but you don't see too many female players around here, so that should be enough.
Someone new, perhaps someone looking for me to mix something up for them? Allow me to officially welcome you to Falkreath.
It's about time.
What can I help you with today?
It's about time somebody officially welcomed me to Falkreath. Do you need any help?
We've got some traders coming in, but I'm short on saber cat eyes. I'll pay you to find some.
I suppose I could find you some saber cat eyes.
You have my thanks.
Can I use the alchemy lab?
As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right?
No.
Mix a couple ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
Why aren't many red guards in Skyrim? What brought you here? There are. Let's try that again. There aren't many red guards in Skyrim. What brought you here?
Well, my family back in Hammerfell didn't approve of my interest in lethal poisons and death in general, so I left and wandered north. When I found this town, with its huge cemetery, I felt right at home. I opened the shop, and I've never looked back. This is where I belong.
Why name your store Grave Concoctions?
I know, it's a bit strange.
Aren't we all?
Not exactly a name to bring comfort to the sick and ailing who come to buy a poultice or salve. But what you must understand about Falkreath is that our town is defined, for better or worse, by the large and ancient cemetery here. That's why the inn is called Dead Man's Drink, the farm is called Corpse Light Farm, and so on. I suppose it's sort of a running joke.
Aren't we all? What do you think of the war? What is it good for?
Want to hear a little Red Guard wisdom?
Sure.
If there's any hope of a long-term victory against the Dominion, it's not in the Empire. It's not in the Stormcloaks, either. If either these Nords or Imperials had some red in their blood, this war would be over.
How's the war affected Falkreath?
It's not like this war is helping people with their difficulties and providing assistance for their needs. It's just making things worse. Falkreath doesn't have enough guards to walk the streets, much less patrol every corner. I can take care of myself, of course. My concern is for the people of Falkreath. And Falkreath's warriors always return one way or another. Around here, a lot of folks tell you that. Just think about that.
Where can I get basic supplies in well, this town, Falkreath?
You might try Grey Pine Goods. They carry all sorts of things like that.
What do you sell here?
Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
What have you got for sale? Oh, you don't talk out loud anymore? Okay. Now, I don't have a lot of money, so I don't really want to buy anything from her. Unless she has something like, yeah, I'm going to buy a potion of... I can only buy one cure disease. But let's see what she'll buy of mine. Nothing. I mean, I'll sell her a potion of stamina, but I get one entire septum from that. Woohoo!
Until next time.
Okay, so wheat and blisterwort, but she didn't sell me any blisterwort. So that's not going to do me any good. This makes a potion of resist frost. So we made as many of those as we could.
Ideal one. Potion that gives you an extra... Oh, handy, right?
Resist frost. Hopefully she buys some of these because
Browse as much as you want, please.
we need money. Hopefully you realize these are from all the things we've been collecting while we've been walking around. There was a purpose to our madness. So we're up to level 14 in alchemy already, just by the one use of the whatever those alchemy stands are called.
Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
Now, I'm doing this to find out whether she'll buy any of the new stuff I just made. Because we obviously need money. We don't want to sell our cure disease or our cure poison, but we'd pretty much like to sell all the other things that we made. And I'm tempted to buy more cure poison, but
Browse as much as you like, please. Call upon me if I can be of any service.
I can't afford another cure disease, so we move on. Dude, you're in the way.
Sorry.
Move. Move.
Careful. Ah, excuse me.
Yeah, well, there's no excuse for you, especially when you stand in my way. Jerk. Am I supposed to have leveled up by now? Oh yeah, I am. Okay, so we'll start out with health. Magicka. We try and keep them as equal as we can. And we try to take as many speech perks as we can, especially early on. Let's talk to the Jarl.
Yes, what is it that you want?
You're the Jarl? I'm looking for work.
Work? I demand tribute before you can be considered for any real tasks. How about drink? None of that local piss. Real Blackbriar mead, fresh from Riften.
I'll bring it to you.
You better. I hate people who waste my time.
Does your inexperience make your job difficult, or is it just your stupidity?
Difficult? I'm a Jarl. I eat the most succulent meat, drink the finest ale, and hunt with the best hounds in the hold. Meanwhile, my very capable steward sees to the needs of the small folk, and ensures that my hold runs smoothly. Being a Jarl could hardly be simpler. You should try it sometime.
How did you become a Jarl while so young?
My uncle Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago. His old age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped down. He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the hold, I now serve as Jarl.
You're arrogant, obnoxious, and entitled. Falkreath deserves a better Jarl.
Watch your tongue. Don't you dare talk to me that way. I'm a Jarl, after all. I wouldn't want you to appear foolish in front of the finest court in all of Skyrim. Besides, I know envy when I hear it. Don't do that again. Last warning.
You call this a court? Are you worried about the influence of the Thalmor?
The Thalmor reward their friends richly. Anyone who doesn't take advantage of that is a stubborn fool.
I think most folk of Skyrim would disagree.
Yes, I know what you mean. Most Nords struggle to accept change. Those who fought the Thalmor in the Great War still see an enemy. But that war is over, and a new day has dawned.
You certainly seem to enjoy the privileges of nobility.
If I had my way, I'd spend all my time at parties, and none of it dealing with the common rabble. A ruler is entitled to luxury, don't you think?
I try not to think. I'm not good at it. Don't you think you should focus on the needs of the small folk?
Fortunately, my very capable steward ensures that my hold runs smoothly. So I don't need to speak to the small folk at all.
Well, you're talking to me. Which side do you favor of the Civil War like I really care?
Befriending an emperor does have its advantages, as I'm sure you'd agree. And why would anyone join the Stormcloaks? This war won't last much longer.
You don't think the Stormcloaks might win?
These Stormcloaks are nothing more than an armed mob. They have a fraction of the Empire's wealth and power. The Stormcloaks want freedom, but don't understand its price. No. Truth is, we are in no danger whatsoever.
But Ulfric Stormcloak is the rightful High King of Skyrim. Why would I say that? I don't believe that, but I'll say it anyway. But Ulfric Stormcloak is the rightful High King of Skyrim.
Ulfric Stormcloak? The rightful High King? That's bordering on treason, man. You retract your statement, or get arrested.
Well, thank you for calling me a man, since I'm a cat. I will never abandon my support for the true High King.
So be it.
Guards, get it! Good afternoon.
Okay, so we found out Skyrim's a place you can go to jail
Good to see you.
for just giving your opinion, which that, of course, wasn't my opinion, but at least when you go to prison, there's chicks in prison with you.
Need something?
Yes.
Although they have kind of raccoon eyes.
Oh, did you need something?
Oh, I can recruit followers in jail.
Lead the way.
Good to see you again, friend. Yes. Till next time.
They say we're young and we don't know. Won't find out until we're old. After one day spent in jail, you feel slightly weak and tired and broken. Your alchemy skill has decreased by 1. Your light armor has decreased by 1. Your enchanting skill has decreased by 7. I think that would put it in the hole, wouldn't it? Destruction, restoration, alteration, enchanting 1. Oh, they just put it back to 1. The only one I use of that, well, yeah, I use light armor. Now that I think about it, I use light armor, and I do use alchemy. So my light alchemy, remember we just had alchemy at 14 and now it's at 1? So the numbers they just gave weren't even correct to Mundo. But I wanted to see whether they'd really throw me in jail for sharing my opinion, and it turns out they will. And now we have 3 followers, although I only see one of them with us. I don't want to go out the real gate because I don't know which gate has the trigger for the telling me about go find my dog, and I don't want to go find his dog. Oh, I probably should get her some decent clothes too.
Can I help you?
I need to trade some things with you.
I suppose I can help.
Yeah, I need to help you so that you're wearing clothing. We actually require our our people to wear clothing. I don't know if all that's true, but you got me and baby I got you, babe. Did I already give her boots? Oh, I did. Okay, that's good enough. Because I don't have a
Let's get going then.
I don't have a helmet for her yet. But she looks a lot better and her chest is covered. This is a G-rated YouTube channel. I know, I just lost all the subscribers I had by saying it's a G-rated channel. But it is a G-rated channel. Please like and subscribe. I don't know what happened to... Oh, we didn't hire him yet, did we? So we don't have 3 followers, we have 2 followers. Because we haven't been... Oh yeah, we haven't been over the mountains yet. Let's go back to Helgen then. Okay, so turn on your compass. Okay, we're gonna go east. We've heard mention of a place called Riften. I would say I'm pleased that it's not crashing, but as soon as I say that, it will crash. And then I won't be pleased. And remember, we don't just do Skyrim videos, although we love Skyrim around here. We'll do videos of any game we can get our hands on, as long as it can be presented in a G-rated light. So we won't do, we won't do pornographic games, for instance. One, because they would have a different audience than what we have. And 2, it would just take way too much editing to make it YouTube friendly. And I'm not putting those people down. I'm just saying we're not trying to appeal to the play pornographic games community. I didn't stay because I couldn't see. It's night. I've added mods that make the nights darker. Even the nights are darker. And to make dungeons darker. So I couldn't actually see what I was doing. I didn't check. I forgot to check to see whether I had a torch. Although if I have one, I'm probably not going back anyway. Yeah, I don't have a torch. And I don't have any light spells right now, so that's why I didn't stay there and loot the bodies. It'd probably be best if I camped at night. But I don't have any camping gear. Oh, no, wait, now we're going west. We were supposed to be going east. I'm glad I finally looked at my compass, because we are trying to go in the general direction of Riften. I think that fight disoriented me. So we have city builders. Oh, that's Lucien. He's had a bad go of it. We got a little more light now. I don't know if that means the sun is coming up or what. Now this is a Khajiit in the back of this. They're both Khajiits, and they're usually the merchants. So what I'm guessing happened here is that some criminals
Someone there? Is this over?
have attacked a caravan of Khajiit. And as bandits are, you know, the enemies of all the races in Skyrim, I'm able to kill them without it being considered murder. They consider it murder if you attack somebody who hasn't attacked you. And that can lead to, obviously, them wanting to arrest you, a bounty being placed on your head, all of that sort of stuff. But if the killing is part of a quest that somebody's given you, or if the person attacks you first, it is not considered murder. And so you can go after it. This is why sometimes you'll see me purposely do provocative stuff, trying to get people to hit me first. And I heard that if you murder somebody, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. That's how they recruit people. It's just a rumor, of course, but I will tell you, and I'm conflicted by this, and I said it in a previous video, but I don't know. I don't think we have people yet that are so wedded to this particular channel that they watch every single video. I don't think anybody other than me has watched every single video. I've got best friends that, yep, believe it or not, I've got friends. I've got best friends that haven't watched every single videos. They haven't even watched half or even a third of the videos. So, what I said in the other videos was that I like the Dark Brotherhood quest line, even though I want to be a good guy, not murdering scum.
She doesn't have the scar.
What? Oh, you're right.
We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into trouble.
Next time you're looking to pester someone, make sure it's the right person.
Yeah, I guess. It's hard to play. It's hard to play as somebody that doesn't know what's going on. But if my character really was napping and then just got arrested, then he doesn't know anything about Skyrim. Well, I guess he could have. This might not be the first time he's in Skyrim.
Need something?
Who are you looking for?
We're looking for information about a woman, a foreigner in these lands. She's a Redguard like us. We believe she may be hiding in Whiterun, but we're checking everywhere to be sure. Until next time.
Foreigners. What a nuisance.
What was that all about?
They thought I was some other Red Guard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
Okay, I think we're done with that encounter now. Hopefully we're going in the right direction. Again, I'm taking this in smaller chunks too, so that if it crashes, we lose less footage. So, you know, I don't get every new game. I get the games I care about, the ones that I can afford. We've certainly not gotten to the point yet where game developers or publishers would say, oh, he streams games, let's get him a pre-release of our game so that he can review it. Because I would assume that there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of people that have taken to streaming their gaming content on YouTube. So I would think we'd have to be a much bigger community before they would even consider that with us. And I'm not doing this to get free games, so hopefully you don't hear that. I'm doing this to create a community, to kind of thank the community that has been so good to me. To build a community, maybe make friends and all of that. And so, like, I've heard the rumors that a remake of Oblivion is going to be released that works in Unreal Engine 5, I believe it is. I'll buy that because I played Oblivion for like 7,000 hours. Even though I've heard it's going to be a lot more expensive than Oblivion originally was. And I've been told that we won't be able to make mods or use mods with it, which would be weird. I've never obviously played an Oblivion that you couldn't mod. So I'll be playing that when it comes out. Even though personally I think it's too much money, I'll buy it. Because most of the games I buy for full price, and I don't play them all the way through even once. Oblivion I have played through dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of times.
Just a few more hours and I can...
But, you know, Sky Oblivion is coming out too, and it's going to be different. It's not... I mean, it's sort of... I was going to say it's not a remake. But it is a remake of Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. Although, from what I've seen, they've done things to expand on the towns. There were a lot of decisions that were made for these games when they first came out, where content was cut or cut up so that
On your way up to 7,000 steps again, Cribbit?
so that they could
Just not ready to
release them on consoles and things like that, and so that they could play on regular computers. You didn't have to have a supercomputer to play it.
get to be allowed into the monastery.
So some of the towns were supposed to be bigger, with more locations, more people, and things like that. But they were scaled back so that they could work on those consoles and older computers. Well, now we got newer computers, and Sky Oblivion isn't being made for consoles at all. And so these cities are being made more like they were imagined for the original. I'm very excited about Sky Oblivion, and it won't cost anything. And I will certainly, it's meant to come out this year, I will certainly stream that one as well. I'm going to end the video here, and then when we get ready to go up the mountain to where the Greybeards are, we'll start another video.